Hey guys, welcome to Let's Play Chrono Trigger. Last time we showed off a bunch of various small things on the way during my New Game Plus run. This time, we're going to show all the variations that we can on the mainline ending. We've re-recruited Chrono, and we've pretty much finished up every side quest in the game, except for a couple of them. We haven't been able to free the Chancellor from his chest where Yakra has him imprisoned. Therefore, Pierre is going to be here instead of the Chancellor. It's a minor change, but it's an odd little thing. I had mentioned it in my original ending that I always remember the Chancellor being there, and it would be kind of weird if it was the evil one, but well, I guess it's not. It's just I always finish all the side quests, and I was just kind of not aware of this. Pierre, what do you think? He's been keeping himself rather busy. It's a different line than the Chancellor has. We had to save the future. Oh, of course we did. Some of the other ones I've done is I did not finish up Luca's quest either. And the reason for that is there's two different variants that you get out of not doing that quest. One, you don't have the conversation in the woods at the campfire, and that has some bearing on one piece of dialogue in the ending. And whether or not that you save Laura's legs also has something to do with, well, a small minor bit of information that happens during the ending. The final one is I did not recruit Magus this time. So we've already kind of seen what that entails, and it doesn't change too much here from the reunion ending that we've seen previously. But I just still wanted to go over it nonetheless, and since I had to show off a bunch of these other things anyway, I figured we'd just leave Magus right on out of it. And actually, I'm not sure what else changes, to be honest, with this ending, like if you don't recruit Magus. I know we get to see his true form again, but I'm not sure if he gets any additional dialogue or anything like that. I can't remember. Well, we'll find out. It's been a while since I've done a run without recruiting Magus. In fact, I've probably only done it 2, maybe 3 times now in all the time I play this game. Because every time I get the opportunity to recruit Magus, I'm like, hell yeah, I'm doing that. I was talking about it last time. It just, your party is so empty if you only have 5 characters when you're used to having 6, you know, through most of the game. And the fact that we can get 7... yeah, it's definitely a little on the low side if you decide not to get them. All right. So yeah, we've pretty much come to the end of this Let's Play. After this episode here, there'll be one final one where we'll fight the final form of Specchio. And that will pretty much be it. I've had an absolute ball recording this entire series and having lots of fun with it. And let's see, what do you say? Wait till you tell your friends. Yeah, they... nothing else really changes here. It's very similar to the reunion ending. Yeah, you and your cat. Now, this time I flew the airship into fight Lavos. Now, I figured out what happened last time during the main ending where I also tried to do this. In the main ending for the series, I tried to do this after finishing all of the side quests and defeating the head of Lavos already once. If you've already defeated the shell of Lavos, or the head, you won't be able to get the same animation to destroy the shell because the shell's already destroyed. And so you get the normal ending that you would get if you took the bucket. The gate has indeed grown weak. Gotta say our goodbyes. I always love Marley's little music box thing. Yep. It's funny how she's clueless about this. We all know how it's gonna end. But anyway, yeah, I really enjoyed making this Let's Play, and, well, as far as what the future holds, I still have plans on working on Final Fantasy VII New Threat. Probably by the time this episode comes out, next week, there's a new version of, oh, what the bloody hell is it called? The Final Fantasy VII mod thing. I don't remember it off the top of my head. And good thing that doesn't go in front of the recorder anymore. What's it called again? My Final Heaven, or Final Heaven, the mod organizer for Final Fantasy VII. They're releasing a version 2.0 at the start of March. In fact, I think they chose March 3rd, which was the original release date for Final Fantasy VII Remake, until they delayed it a month. So they decide, well, we'll give all these fans a little extra taste of Final Fantasy VII on that day anyway. So basically I'm going to wait until that mod update comes, because apparently it fixes a lot of things and makes it way easier to run mods on Final Fantasy VII for Steam. Because trying to do it before, it was like really tedious. You had to reorganize your any specific mods that you wanted in the right order to make it work properly, and it was tedious, and it took me forever to figure it out the first time. The other thing is, I think I might finally have to give up my Windows 7. I might have to update, so I'm gonna probably have a little bit of downtime post this series while I get that all figured out, and yeah, get that all figured out. I want to work on Final Fantasy VII New Threat, and I also want to work on. Some of you have said that you are interested in seeing me work on the ROM hacks for this game as well, which I also want to do. Here is a little bit of a difference here. This is what happens when you don't go and do the campfire scene where Robo says someone else, or some greater force might have been responsible for the events that we experienced. And here, Luca posits the same idea. It's just not a recall this time. King asks for your presence. This time, no one went in there. You can't go up there anyway. It won't let you. It blocks you off. But yeah, our mom doesn't chase the cat off there because, well, we have no airship left to chase after. No more time machine. So in this ending, I actually kind of prefer this one to the original one where we fly around in the Epoch. Not that it's a big change, but I just think it's cute. Now you can do the honors. Now we saw a little bit of this in the reunion ending as well. With no one else here, or with Chrono here this time, he helps her up instead of the king. And the bell rings out. Uh-oh, miss! Yeah, Chrono, you're not done saving the day yet. You gotta help her. And that should have weighed it down, but I guess they have really powerful helium back in 1000 AD. They also have balloons, which I also should have been surprised about, but either way. Yeah, the big change here, apart from obviously not riding the airship, is we just get the cute side of them floating around in their balloons and taking a look at the world. Obviously, we're employing, you know, Renoa levels of upper body strength, holding ourselves up that entire time. But yeah, that's absolutely adorable. I'm glad I was able to do this Let's Play when I did. It really fell at a good time. There was a number of reasons that all kind of ganged up in order to make this happen when it did. And I'm kind of glad that, well, I'm quite glad that it happened because I really enjoyed doing this Let's Play. It was a lot of fun, and I do still want to get back to planning out another LP. You know, with Final Fantasy VII New Threat, it won't be anything planned out. I haven't played Final Fantasy VII since I did it for the channel like 5 years ago. It's actually a long time in between Final Fantasy VII playthroughs for me. Often play it every 2 or 3 years, but since I started doing Let's Plays, I haven't been replaying the same games. In fact, the only game that I've gone back and replayed since doing an LP is like Donkey Kong, the 3 Donkey Kong games I've gone back to play, and Ori and the Blind Forest. I went back and I've played those, but you know, those aren't RPGs. Those are games that I've always just played when I, you know, don't really feel like doing anything else. It's like, well, this'll be kind of a mindless thing I can play and it'll keep me distracted. But yeah, I'd definitely like to get some stuff set up to potentially to work on something else going forward. But Final Fantasy VII New Threat is very likely going to be what I do next, because I haven't test run anything at this point. My motivation for test running has really kind of dried up in the last little bit. Now, the only downside to getting this part of the ending is we don't get to see Frog in his human form, I guess. Because I don't think we get to, since we don't have the airship, we don't get to go see what everyone else was up to. Instead, we just get to see the world. But any chance I get to listen to Too Far Away Times, I'll take it. My favorite ending theme. Beats out a lot of really good ending themes, but for me, it's tops. I don't think they give us any more after this. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've gone for this ending either. A lot of the time I just get kind of the main ending, and every once in a while I go and re-experience the developer's room. Other than that, I don't go back and watch a lot of the other endings. So anytime I have a good opportunity to do it, it's fun. I'm pretty sure that's all the variants that you can have on the ending. I don't think it, like, if I didn't crash the airship in, we'd go and we would see everything, I think, as it was, oh geez, when we did it in the reunion ending. So pretty much everything would be the same as that, as far as I'm aware. And, the only difference is we wouldn't go and try and resurrect Chrono at the end because he's already here. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had planned for with this one. Next time we'll have the final extra bonus episode, and we're going to take on Specchio's final form. That's all for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.